Hi everybody, it's Gail from Gail's Bookish Things. Welcome to day 28 of July Journaling Joy. Today's little project is just a pure fun. No real purpose to this. It's more ornamentation, but it's a lot of fun to make. And this is a super good idea for a junk journal. So if you're into making junk journals, or you have a junk journal and you want to add some accent to it, or you want to add a little playful, cheery touch to your everyday journal or planner, I think you might like this idea. If you have a CD envelope like this with the clear cellophane type cover, that works well. This is what I've used them for, but I'm thinking right now maybe you could use a business envelope that has that little window on it and cut it down to size. So what I like to do, I often make these for my Christmas junk journals. Sometimes you can decorate the outside. You could put washi on here or stamp it with some of your stamp pads. Let's see, markers, stickers, really anything. Or you can just leave it white. I'm going to decide later if I want to decorate the outside. But what I like to do to give this a little extra flair is to select a picture. So I have the cover of our Missouri Botanical Garden magazine. If you are ever in St. Louis and have an opportunity, this is a side note, but the Missouri Botanical Garden is a beautiful, beautiful place to go. All year round it has things to offer, but I guess when the flowers are mostly in bloom, it's especially nice, but they have a Christmas light show. Anyway, that's my little plug for our state city botanical garden. So anyway, I have the magazine. It's summer 2021, and I still have that intact, but it'll eventually get recycled, so I thought, why not just use it? So what I want to do is cut a picture down to insert inside the envelope, and I want to attach it to the back so that the window is still obviously visible, but we want to see our picture through. You can use a magazine, you can use a photo, you could do something from an advertisement. So I need to trim mine down a little bit, and then I'm going to put some of this double-sided tape on the back to adhere it. I also have glue handy, but I kind of think maybe it might be a little less messy if I just use that. So I'll pause and come back when I've done that. Okay, so here we go. I have a pretty picture of lots of trees in bloom, and it kind of comes up a little bit in the back, but as long as it doesn't affect your folding over of your flap, I don't think it matters. So that's the number one first step. And then the other thing you will want to do if you have an envelope like I'm using is to, well, actually I think it's okay. If you have that connected securely, you won't need to cover that, but sometimes it's an issue if your sequins can get behind there, and we don't want that to happen. But since I have this picture in the front, I actually think that's a non-issue. So let me grab my sequins. I keep them all in a little container like this, one of these craft store, dollar store storage containers, I guess you call them. I'm going to get a drink of my kombucha. Hang on. Seems like my throat always gets weird when I'm trying to talk on a video. So this is kind of fun. I don't use sequins a lot. I did buy these when I started making the shakers for junk journals a while back. But I'm not sure. I should have selected these ahead of time. I think I like this blue because there's blue here. I think this is actually light gray rock, but it has a blue effect. So, I mean, it's so simple. These are going to get all over the place. It's kind of like glitter. It's like it's neat, but it's sort of a nuisance to work with. So your picture should be adhered to the back of your pocket, obviously, but sometimes, you know, it pays to state the obvious. And I'm going to pour this in there. I like to use a lot. I have all this sequin stuff, and there's no point in hoarding it, you know, just having it hang around for ages and not use it. So I will just scoop this a little bit up in my hand and put that in. I think having a lot is fun, but it does add more bulk to your journal the more you have. Keep that in mind if you're wanting less bulky. And then you can kind of shake it and see how you're liking the effect. I think green and pinks are what I want to focus on here. So I have this dark Christmassy kind of green. I'm going to save that for my holiday December dailies. I have these greens. These are a medium-sized sequin. You know, there's large and small, and I think the effect might be better to mix up the sizes. So, oh, I have these really big green ones too. Oh, and I have butterflies. Okay, I'm going to use a few of these large green ones. These are fun to do, like I said, in holiday journals, but they would be fun in Halloween, a fall journal, and focus on fall colors, and a pretty fall picture in the background would be really nice. So see, it just adds this really cute little fun thing in the way. The reason it's called a shaker is obviously you shake it, and it just kind of has a fun dynamic effect that you can add to your journal. I have these butterfly ones too, so I don't want to get too off on the color scheme because then it'll look kind of weird, I think, but maybe a pink butterfly in there. It kind of goes with the pink purpley trees in the background. And perhaps I'll have a lighter pink one. I think I actually like that lighter because it doesn't dominate that. I like that a lot. So I might just do those three. I'm debating on green though. Should I add green? So we'll slide the little butterfly in, and well, I did do green, didn't I? But that looks like a yellowish green now that it's in here. I kind of like that. I think I'll leave well enough alone. So now you want to just close it up so that those sequins don't get all over the place and drive you absolutely batty. So, like vacuuming them up and sweeping them up. I could do this, and I could do the glue. I guess it doesn't really matter. This will be quicker. Let's do this. I like tape runner. It's a little bit more convenient, handier to use, but I used up mine and all my refills. So now I'm using this tape, which is good. Just takes a little bit longer. If you wanted to add a decremental, there you go, ornamental or decorative effect on the back, it could be cute to do a stamp, a wax stamp. I'm kind of liking that idea. You could also do some washi. And then the idea is, now keep in mind this is going to be wide for a standard size notebook, but it would fit better in the wide versions. Let's just kind of, I know, let me grab my other book, our sample book of the season, of the month. So you would just attach it in like this with a clip, or you could washi tape it in. Washi tape it in. Gosh, I can't speak today. I haven't even had much caffeine. So it'd be like that. But again, it won't be sticking out in your wider journals. And if you want to narrow it down for the narrow / standard size, you could cut it down and then just add some washi or glue it shut, and you get almost a 3/4 moon shape. These are really fun though in a wider junk journal, like an A5 size or something along those lines. It just is fun, and I don't know, I kind of feel like these days there's so much going on that tends to make us feel anxious, or you know, things are just so intense, I feel like right now. Just adding a fun little playful touch to your journal might just help keep things lighthearted, but it definitely is a fun thing to add to a themed junk journal. And as I'm always saying, it's a great way to use up supplies that you have. So if you have these kind of things on hand, do this. This would be fun in a birthday card for a kid. You know, you could write happy birthday so-and-so, and they might have fun shaking that. I guess you wouldn't want to give it to a little kid. Actually, this goes this way. That might want to just rip it open, because that would have been what I would have done as a kid. But it's just fun. It's just playful, lighthearted, and adds a cheery touch to any book, journal, planner that you have. That's all for today. Hope that was fun, and we'll see you next time. Bye. All right, I'm just back for a quick second. I want to show you the little things I added extra to this. I went ahead and added a little ink color from my stamp pads. I don't know if I like that or not, to be honest with you. I feel like maybe it distracts from the fun little sparkle that's already there with the sequins, but it does give this a more finished look. I think the pink I chose is a little bit not quite right, but it's okay. Anyway, and then I added with one of my Pentel gel sparkler pens some little blue dots to pick up on the blue, and I added a Tim Holtz word sticker here, beautiful, and I outlined it, of course, with my trusty Sharpie pen just to make that stand out. Since this is white and the background's more white, I just outlined it to make it pop. I have also seen people go around the edge here with some color. And then on the back, I added a little bee wax stamp. And as I look at this in comparison to the front, it looks a little bare. So I may add a little more color to the back so that no matter where it is in the junk journal, it'll look pretty. If you want to washi tape it in on the side and kind of treat it as a page in your planner or journal, you might like doing the back as well. Of course, it's all personal preference, but that is how I finished that up, and I think that turned out pretty good. Oh, little tidbit. This wax is like ancient. Like I think I got it when I was in no later than 6th grade, and it's been a long time ago. So I have like this 1/4 inch, maybe 1/2 inch of old sealing wax. So there, I did hang on to that, and it's kind of fun to use that after all these years. I have newer stuff too, but I had that little bit of pink, and I have a little bit of a blue one left from the Dark Ages. So there you go. I hope that's a fun little inspirational idea. It just adds a little cheer to somebody's day. You could put it in a get well card or a thinking of you card or anything where you want to add a little fun, festive, cheery touch. Okay, I really am saying goodbye. Talk to you next time.